Good day, everyone. So for today, we're gonna continue discussing about the linear equation in two variables. So our target learning objectives for the day would be we have to define the x and y intercepts together with graph of the linear equation ax plus by is equal to c using the intercept method. And also we have to graph horizontal and vertical line as well. Okay, so first we have to have graphing a linear equation using the intercept method. So consider this graph, okay? So if the line crosses, take note of this, if the line crosses the x-axis, so again the x-axis is the horizontal line, this one the horizontal axis, so this is the x-axis. So if a line crosses the x-axis at the point, okay, at the point A, 0, wherein a is the value of x, then the number a is the x-intercept of the line. So therefore, if that point, let's say for example this point, so the ordered pair of this is a0, wherein your a is considered to be your x-intercept. Alright, and if the line crosses the y-axis again is the vertical line or the vertical axis. So at the point 0b, okay, the number b, okay, the number b, the y value, your y value is considered to be your y-intercept. Okay, so furthermore, we have to remember that the coordinate of the point where a line intersects the x-axis is called the x-intercept of the line, while the y-coordinate of the point where a line intersects the y-axis is called the y-intercept of the line. So to further understand this concept, so let's have here the steps in graphing using the intercept method, because when we know how to graph using the intercept method, we already know how to have our x-intercept and y-intercept. So the steps in graphing using the intercept method is first is to locate the x-intercept, wherein it should be y is equal to 0. And second one is to locate the y-intercept wherein x would be equal to 0. And we have to draw a straight line using, draw a straight line through the points that we've obtained. Okay, so first let us have here graph 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 12. So in our steps, we have to first identify what is our x-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, we have to substitute the value of y, wherein y should be equal to 0. So again, to find the y-intercept, let y be equal to 0. So let's rewrite the equation. 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 12. So let's substitute y. Let's substitute 0 to all y in the equation. So that will be 3x minus 4 times 0 is equal to negative 12. And then simplify your answer. So you have 3x minus 4 times 0 is 0. So that will be 3x is equal to negative 12. So your goal here is to get your x-intercept, or you have to have your value of x. So for you to obtain the value of x, you have to divide both sides by 3. So x would be equal to negative 4. Okay, then the next step would be we have to find the y-intercept. So in finding the y-intercept, we have to substitute x is equal to 0. So same process, we're just going to substitute 0 to all x's on the equations and and then simplify your answer again. So 3 times 0, that would be 0. So you have negative 4y is equal to negative 12. So you have to have your y, so you have to divide both sides by negative 4. So you have y is equal to negative 12 divided by negative 4 is equal to 3. Therefore, you have to plot the intercepts, okay? You have to plot these points, okay, in our Cartesian plane. So first we have x is equal to 4. So when x is equal to 4, then y is equal to 0. So we have to plot 4, 0. So when we locate where is 4, 0, it is somewhere here. So that is 4, 0. Sorry, that's negative 4, 0. So it should be on the other side of the x-axis since it's negative. So okay, so it's negative 4, 0, and we have y is equal to 3, wherein it should be 0, 3. Okay, 0, 3. So this is 0, 3, and this would be negative 4, 0. So since we already plotted the x and y intercept of this 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 12, we have to draw a straight line through this point. So all we have to do is to draw a straight line that passes through these points. Okay, therefore, this would be the graph. Okay, this would be the graph of our linear equation 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 12 using the intercept method. Next, let's try another example. Let's graph 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 9. So again, we have to solve for the x-intercept. So let y is equal to 0. So we have 3x plus 2 times 0 is equal to 9. So we have 3x plus 0. So we have 3x plus 3x is equal to 9. So we have to divide both sides again by 3 to obtain the value of x. So therefore, we have x is equal to 3. Then we have to solve for the y-intercept. So we have to let x be 0. So let x equal to 0. So we have 3 times 0 plus 2y is equal to 9. So we have 2y is equal to 9. So divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to 4.5, or we can have it by 4.5. So after this, let's plot the points. So first, we have to plot 3, 0. So since it's positive 3, we have to count 3 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 0. This is located here. So let's name that point. So that is 3, 0. And next is we have 4.5, 0 and 4.5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So that is 0, 4.5. And then after that, just draw a line that passes through that point. So again, when graphing, always remember that your line should end in an arrowhead, both sides, okay? So that's it on how you're going to graph linear equation using intercept method. So we're gonna move forward with graphing horizontal and vertical lines. So consider this equation, x is equal to 4. Okay, so we have here x is equal to 4. So if you were asked, how are you going to graph x is equal to 4? Okay, so we already have our graph wherein we have to plot point here because it should be x is equal to 4. So thus, there is a need to specify that the equation is to be graphed in a rectangular coordinate system, to be known that x is equal to 4, to be seen a linear equation into variable. So to further understand, so again, let's have here an example. So graph x is equal to 4. So the equation x is equal to 4 is also equivalent to, okay, it's also equivalent to the equation. Let's change the color of the pen so it would be more visible. So x is equal to 4 is also equivalent to the equation x plus 0y is equal to 4. Thus, for any value of y, x is always equal to 4. So let's try. So if y is equal to 1, so we have x plus 0 times 1 is equal to 4. X 0 times 1 is 0, so x is equal to 4. So let's try another one. If y is equal to 2, so that will be x plus 0 times 2 is equal to 4. So 0 times 2 is still 0. So we have x is equal to 4. Because all number or any number multiplied to 0, the answer will and always be 0. Okay, so the graph of x is equal to 4 is a vertical line that passes through the point 4, 0. So let's try. So we have to graph x is equal to 4. So that would be over here. So let's change the color of the pen one more time. So that would be here. So if you graph it here, so that will be a vertical line. Okay, that will be a vertical line. So, so the graph of x is equal to 4 is a vertical line passing through the point 4, 0. Okay, so that would be x. The graph of x is equal to 4. Alright, again, the graph of x is equal to 4 is a vertical line that passes through 4, 0. I'll be writing it over here. So the graph of x is equal to 4 is a vertical line. Okay, it's a vertical line passing through 4, 0. Okay, next, let's have y is equal to negative 2. So again, we have to graph y is equal to negative 2 in the rectangular coordinate system. So the equation y is equal to negative 2 will and always be equal to 0x plus y is equal to negative 2. Thus, for any value of x, y would be always equal to negative 2. So let's try. So if x is equal to 0, so we have 0x. So we have 0 times 0 plus y is equal to negative 2. 0 times 0, that would be 0 plus y. So that would be y is equal to negative 2. How about if x is equal to negative 1? So we have 0 times negative 1 plus y is equal to negative 2. So we have 0 times negative 1, that will be 0, plus y. So we have y is equal to negative 2. So let's plot the point, negative 2. So we have here negative 2, y is equal to negative 2. Okay, so let's draw a line that passes through this point. Okay, so the graph of y, okay, the graph of y is equal to negative 2 is a horizontal line. Okay, it's a horizontal line passing through the point, 0, negative 2. Alright, so for you to further understand this one, or for you to always be reminded, so equation of horizontal and vertical line. So the equation y is equal to b represents the horizontal line that intersects the y-axis. Okay, at 0b, okay, at the which ordered pair is 0b. If b is equal to 0, the line is the x-axis. Okay, next is the equation. X is equal to a represents the vertical line that intersects the x-axis at a0. If a is equal to 0, therefore the line would be the y-axis. Alright, so again, always be reminded that mistakes are proof that you are trying. So thank you so much and have a great day ahead.